Welcome to WTNB Football Friday. Brian Russell alongside Chris Woods. As you'll notice, no Danny Bradley tonight.
We're a little light this week.
we are. Here we're giving Danny a hard time about his coughing, and turns out he had bronchitis.
Yep.
So he's just been sharing with us for the last 3 weeks, so we appreciate it, Danny.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Danny.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for that.
So he's at home resting, but Chris, kind of an exciting week tonight. We were down at the, I'll say, district championship game, because that's what it was, OOTLEWAH and Cleveland. Good game. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, it all came down to, surprisingly, I think, for us, for Cleveland, down to playing OOTLEWAH for the district championship tonight. They win. They have a bye next week. They would take the district. They lose, automatically finish second.
Yep. And they dropped a tough one to the Owls, but I think Cleveland played better than most people expected. I mean, I don't think we were real surprised. We knew what Cleveland was going to bring to the table, and they were actually in the game for most of the first half, down 22-7 at halftime.
Yeah.
And then OOTLEWAH's kind of done what they've done all year and just pulled away in the second half.
Well, we saw a pattern earlier in the year for Cleveland where, you know, they had some turnovers in the red zone, and that came back to bite them tonight too.
Yeah.
You know, in the first half, they were in the game the entire first half, even starting the second half out. And like we said, we thought OOTLEWAH would actually pull away in the second half, as they did against Walker Valley and Bradley. That didn't happen tonight. No. They actually only scored 30 points. So
yeah,
kudos to holding a team kudos to Cleveland's defense for holding OOTLEWAH under their average this year for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the offense just didn't produce enough points to win the game.
Yeah, and then Bradley, they go down to Saudi, and they get a big victory. I mean, here a couple weeks ago, everybody had ran off Bradley, and now they've won 2 big district games in a row, and they still have a shot. I
think the common theme is when we say that a team is left for dead, they suddenly turn it on and surprise us. So maybe no team locally wants us to get on their bandwagon because it seems like they start struggling.
It's like the kiss of death, you know. And then Walker Valley goes up to McMinn County, a place where they've never won, and that streak continued. And maybe that plays a little factor in why Danny's not here tonight. Maybe if Walker Valley wins, he's in studio to gloat a little bit, but you know we'll lay out the Danny.
Yeah, he would have had to driven pretty fast back to the studio tonight too. So as Danny and I said last week too, you know we want to get excited for Walker Valley to do all these firsts all in one year, but you know there's a reason that they didn't beat them up until now.
Right.
So to expect them to beat all the teams that they hadn't beaten previously, you know, either at their place, it's tough to do.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's go to our Ed Jacobs and Associates scoreboard, and we'll take a look at the games from around the region. There you see Bradley going down to Saudi with a 42-28 victory. Congratulations to the Bears. Cleveland goes down to OOTLEWAH and loses 30-14. Walker Valley goes to McMinn County and gets beat 28-24. Ray County, really no surprise here, all over East Hamilton, 42-14. I'm already salivating over the potential Ray County OOTLEWAH matchup in the playoffs. South Pitt keeps Polk County winless, 21-13. East Ridge loses to Tyner, 27-3. And then TCPS played Notre Dame's JV team, and they got a big victory, 32-25. So there's our Ed Jacobs and Associates scoreboard. Thank you to them, and thank you to all of our sponsors, Linex of Cleveland, 1107 South Lee Highway, Cleveland Tire, the Florence Center, Logan Thompson Law Office, Kyle Dodge, LED Gear, Companion Funeral Home, and Trace Hermanos. And there's a call.
All right. Thank you for calling WTNB Football Friday. You're on the air.
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
Hey, boy. How's it going?
I'm doing okay. How's everybody doing there?
We're good.
Not too bad.
First of all, were you at the game tonight?
Yes, sir, I was.
Yeah, we were looking for you. We couldn't find you, though. Good Cleveland crowd tonight.
Well, I actually come in late.
Okay.
And, but like I say, I think it started out where Cleveland looked like they was going to give them a run, but it was 7-7. Then they got a field goal, went ahead of them anyway. Cleveland gave an effort, but I think they're in the playoffs either way, aren't they?
Oh yeah, Cleveland. They had second place wrapped up in the district, so either the loss tonight didn't affect any of that.
I'm gonna give Ooltewah credit. They look pretty good to me, and I think they're 15-3 now. Cleveland's beat them 15 times, and they beat Cleveland 3 times. I think record for them.
Yeah, I mean Ooltewah's the real deal. I mean they've taken apart everybody in Cleveland. They've dismantled Bradley, they dismantled Walker Valley, and tonight they beat Cleveland. But give Cleveland credit.
Yeah.
They were in that game. At the start of the second half, it was only 20-7. So.
Yeah, there was, and but I think the 2 interceptions they threw, I don't think that made a big difference in the game. But I think even Ooltewah had some penalties there too.
Yeah. Well, I think the interceptions did kind of play a factor because Cleveland was going down and driving downfield to score.
I don't know about the maybe not the second one,
right?
But the first one, that would have cut the lead significantly at the time too, and it was a time where we thought Ooltewah could start pulling away, and Cleveland ran down the field once again.
Yeah.
But Bullet, you got to be disappointed. This is kind of a theme this year that Cleveland can rack up the yards, but when they get down to about the 15-yard line, anything in the red zone, really.
Yeah.
And, turnovers.
I guess you can tell by my voice I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
And like I say, though, I've been going them games so long, I've been disappointed for years. But then I've had some high points, too. And But I'm going to always keep going, though, as long as I've got the spirit to go.
Yeah.
What did you think of Massey not playing quarterback in the second half?
Well, I was surprised in that, really, but that number 6, he actually done pretty good there. I don't know if he's going to be the starting quarterback next year or not, but he looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, we were talking to some people at half, and I believe that is, who has the inside track on the starting job next year. Of course, nothing's written in stone, but, I was impressed. He came in and made some plays.
Yeah, yes, he did. I think he's not as tall as Massey, but
no.
I think he done pretty good.
Yeah. Did you get to see Austin Herrick at the game tonight?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he was there. We got to talk to him briefly at halftime.
BRYAN did not call him Austin Massey.
Yes, I did not mess his name up today. I got to apologize to him in person, but
yeah, I actually heard that last week. But no, guys. Anyway, to sum it up, Cleveland's. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I actually picked Cleveland to end their. Did I win something for picking Cleveland 5-5 this year?
Yeah, you get our recognition. How's that?
Bullet. What you win is you get to keep calling in every week.
There you go.
Yeah, I do appreciate you 3 guys, and I'm just glad you take my call. And sometimes I don't know if I know what I'm saying, but anyway, Cleveland's got a playoff game in 2 weeks, and I hope it's against Ray County because Cleveland knocked Ray County out last year, and that'd be a good game.
That would be a good game.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that game. Lots of running in that game.
Yeah.
Yes, there was, and but I think there was a lot of running in the tonight's game there for a while. But let's just say it real. Ooltewah was just too much for them tonight.
Yeah.
Ooltewah's been too much for everybody tonight.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's no real moral victories. It's winning and losing. When it comes in the win or loss column, but they hung with them better than most teams this year.
Yeah, they kept it closer in Bradley and Walker Valley.
Yeah, and this is at Ooltewah. We saw Ooltewah play at a lot of places this year because I think we said they've been on the road for the last 6 weeks.
6 straight weeks, yeah.
And they score 40 points every week, and 95% of the time it's been a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe I'll see you guys next week. Are you going to be at the Bradley game?
Possibly, yeah. Bradley, yeah, we might be there.
Okay, I'm going to run into you, and then in 2 weeks, like I say, I don't think they really know who Cleveland's going to play. I think they're going to know in about next Saturday week who they play.
Yeah, they won't know until, probably next Saturday night.
Anyway, guys, it's good talking to you. And
well, good talk to you.
Anyway, I do appreciate you guys, and I'm just glad you're on.
All right, well, we appreciate it, Bullet. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you brought up a good point. We couldn't figure out tonight at the OOTLEWAH game why they were doing homecoming, and talking to a few people, and really hadn't paid attention to the schedule that much. They've been on the road 6 straight weeks. This was their first home game. In fact, one of their fans made the comment, last time we were home, it was still warm outside.
Yeah, and it was not warm tonight.
No.
You probably heard us say many times this year how nice the weather was. Perfect game for a football game. Perfect game, or perfect day for a football game if you like it on the chilly side.
Yeah, I was comfortable.
You're always comfortable until it's about 30.
So I was kind of hoping for a little snow flurries, but maybe that'll be in a couple weeks. So.
Yeah. Wonder how Danny felt at that game tonight. He's at the Walker Valley game with bronchitis on a chilly night.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get some footage of that later.
We might. We might have some of it. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll get into some highlights, and we might have a very special guest on the phone. So stick with us on WTNB Football Friday.
Live in 3, 2, 1.
My name is Dr. Chris Palmer, and I think we at Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint stack up very well to the things that you would otherwise have to travel maybe to Knoxville or Chattanooga or even to Atlanta to get that same good combination of training and experience.
For over 25 years, Ed Jacobs and Associates has been treating each of our clients like business partners. Finding the right insurance for your employees shouldn't be that complicated or expensive. Receiving quality financial advice for you and your business should be even easier. We treat each client with respect and integrity and handle your situation as if it was our own. Call me today for your own free consultation.
The Flooring Center of Cleveland, Tennessee has been providing our community with personal service and competitive pricing for over 15 years. Carpet, hardwood, tile, ceramic, and vinyl options are all in stock with plenty of top quality brand names. From 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 on Saturday, our knowledgeable staff are here to help you with your flooring decisions. Come on down and visit our showroom today.
Welcome back to WTNB Football Friday. I am your co-host, Chris Woods, along with Brian Russell. Where's Danny at? Where's
Slacker.
Danny?
Slacker.
Danny's sleeping right now.
He is sleeping. He's got a long drive to Mississippi tomorrow.
Oh, geez. Bronchitis. That's not going to stop him from going to Mississippi tomorrow.
No, but get this. He's going to his oldest daughter's wedding. So guess what they're going to hear throughout the wedding? All throughout the wedding.
Maybe they should start a cough meter also.
Better than us.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Let's go to the Ed Jacobs scoreboard. Bradley 42 over Saudi Daisy, 42-28 tonight. Cleveland 14 playing at OOTLEWAH, OOTLEWAH 30. Walker Valley 24 loses a tough one at McMinn County.
Pretty much eliminates them from the playoffs.
Unfortunately, which is another reason Danny's probably not here.
Yes.
Ray County continues to roll 42-14 over East Hamilton. South Pitt 21, Polk County 13. Unfortunately, Polk County stays winless on the year at this point. And then Tyner, a big win, Tyner 27 over East Ridge 3. And then, as you said earlier, congratulations to TCPS, 32 to 25 over Notre Dame JV this week.
Yeah. And that is our,
Feel good for that program.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, they're
Get some
having
wins
a
under their
great
belt
year. Yeah.
against some of the JVs and some of the better teams in the area.
Yeah. Playoffs in a couple of weeks for them. So
Yep.
we'll have some highlights of that. So I tell you what, first game of the night, Walker Valley, like we said, going up to McMinn County, a place where they have never won. Everybody knows if you're from here, McMinn County is not an easy place to play. You're going to get the experience that maybe, if not this year, maybe next year, we've got to take a trip up there because it's a very raucous environment, very loud. Fans are kind of right on top of you. Very difficult place to play. And let's go ahead, if we can, and roll the highlights from Walker Valley at McMinn County. There it is.
Don't be fooled by that shot right there. It's cold tonight.
It was chilly. Robert, our cameraman up there, braving the elements. So and there you see them.
No baby powder.
No.
Already like those schools.
Yeah, we were sitting behind the Cleveland side tonight. We were scared they were going to unleash the baby
Nice
powder.
to see Breast Cancer Awareness Week.
Yep. Coach Ryan letting them wear some pink, although they don't. No pink socks tonight.
No, but the fans were represented tonight, as you can see right
Oh, worse than powder, silly string.
there. Oh my gosh.
So early on, Walker Valley, there's Avery Jones taking a little swing pass and taking it for a nice gain out to about midfield. The train, a little pumped up.
Yeah, very pumped up. Of course, they got the two-headed monster when it comes to the running game.
Yep, Alex Dean and Avery Johnson. And there's the
Colton Gibson.
Colin Gibson. Look at a nice little game.
Yeah, nice run there.
Does he get in? Yes, he does.
He does. Nice run by the freshman QB.
Yeah. And the extra point, which has been a little bit of a struggle for the Mustangs, is good. 7-0. But then the Cherokees would look to come back.
He passed the number 24, and he gone.
Yeah, nobody's catching him. And that would tie the game at 7. I like McMinn's uniforms. Remind me of the Steelers.
That's so surprising.
I know. Danny said he heard black and yellow tonight. He said they played in my honor before the game.
Geez.
There's Walker Valley coming back. Nice pass from Colton Gibson to number 31, Cooper Melton, for the touchdown. And look at the fans trying to stay warm. 14-7 Walker Valley. You see 2.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh,
we have a Danny Bradley sighting.
look at the intense look.
Bronchitis and all didn't stop that super fan from being out there tonight in the cold.
You know, Chris, if you're going to call into work sick, you better make sure the cameraman doesn't spot you in the
Yeah,
stand.
I think that deserves at least a 3-week suspension.
Yes.
And maybe for us to split his pay.
Yeah, I'm all in favor. All right, so there you go. You see
Another
Walker-
score from McMinn
Yep.
County, tied up
14-14.
14.
Look at Coach Ryan. He does not look like a happy camper.
Coach Ryan's not scared of that cold. Short sleeve shirt and shorts.
My kind of guy. He must be from up north. There's the number 31, Cooper Melton, fighting for some yards there. And then
Gibson back to pass to Avery Jones.
yeah, Avery Jones.
Oh, late hit there. Got to call that.
Walker Valley would try a field goal, and it's good. Up 17-14. Coach Ryan's still not happy with the scowl.
And still wearing the short sleeves.
That's good. Colton Gibson again. Long pass. Complete to Cooper Melton.
Again. And at this point in the game, too, this is when we were being blown up by text by Danny Bradley and how good Walker Valley was doing and that they were up.
Are you trying to say he jinxed them a little bit?
Quite possibly.
24-14 Walker Valley, but McMinn County right back on the board.
Yeah, number 5 to the house there. Long TD run.
24-21 Mustangs lead. 2:26 left in the third. Look at Robert. That camera's not even shaking. He's battling the elements. Look at it. Good job, the Walker Valley Band, 252 members strong. There's there. McMinn County
In.
trying to get in. Is it good? Yes, it was. The extra point. And that would put the Cherokees on top 28-24, 3:36 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is when Danny's starting to sweat, and his
Yeah.
texts become not so pleasant.
There you see a pass broken up, intended for number 23, Bryce Nunley, broken up.
Cooper Melton back to pass again. And incomplete.
Yeah, Colton Gibson incomplete on the pass. Then Gibson would roll out, throw the corner of the end zone, the jump ball, and Walker
Incomplete
Valley.
again. Nice breakup by McMinn County there. A lot of pressure on the DBs there to break up those last attempts.
Let's listen to Coach Ryan.
Those heartbreaking losses again. We've had more than our share of those, and we let them just slip away because we can't put teams away, and that's part of the process. We've got to learn to put teams away and stuff, and not put ourselves in situations where a team takes the lead right at the end of the ball game and stuff. And that's part of the a program that's been there and a program that's trying to get there. And I feel like our guys play hard. I feel like they do a good job. They don't quit. We just got to learn to put teams away and step up and make things happen when we have to.
So there you see Coach Ryan's comments. You saw in those highlights Gibson coming into his own a little bit, and at quarterback. Early on, throwing was not really a strong point, but there you see in those highlights he was able to hook up with Cooper Melton several times tonight. And was throwing some really good balls.
Yeah, a couple of deep passes to Cooper Melton for touchdowns tonight. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
And if they get the run game going with Alex Keene and Avery Jones, of course, that could open up the passing game deep for him in the next week.
Yeah, I mean, in Gibson, he's only a freshman, okay, hooking up with Cooper Melton, who's a sophomore. Avery Jones is a junior. So, the Mustangs are young. They're going to be back next year.
I can't imagine the expectations when Danny sits on this panel next year.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, there's going to be some, strong seniors in there, but, Walker Valley, we're assuming that they're out. From everything we've been told, they're out of the playoffs. They had to win their last two to get in. But you never know. With the TSSAA and the playoff system down here, I guess they could, slide in. But everything we've been told, we're not trying to write them off, but everything that we've been told, this loss eliminated them from the playoffs. But you never know what could happen. So, good game for Walker Valley. They didn't quit. They lose another tough game. They've just got to find a way to win these close games.
Yeah, a lot of close games this year.
Yeah.
You know what? But you got to learn how to overcome in those close games,
Yep.
right? At the beginning of their program, when they lost to these schools over and over and over, this year they're scaring schools that normally they would not beat. So
Right.
So I think good things to come for Walker Valley program.
Yeah, I do too. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and take another quick break, and when we come back, we may get into the Cleveland and Ooltewah highlights, or we may save those for the next segment. We'll talk a little Bradley Central at Saudi, and talk about anything else. So stick around. WTNB Football Friday. I'll be back after this.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
My name is Claudia Rocha, and I am the general manager at Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant. We are located on the corner of 25th and Ocoee, and we are open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Well, we have a weekly special, and we usually put that special out for the Lee University. If you look us up on Facebook, I'll be posting those specials every Saturday morning. and you'll be able to see before you get hungry.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave. That's what I'm talking about. That's a winner. He's the loser. Bradley Central, Walker Valley, Cleveland Blue. Let's get it cracking.
Companion Funeral and Cremation Service. A true single-family owned practice, Companion Funeral and Cremation Service offers options at half the price of other homes without a drop in service quality. Located on Georgetown Road, we're a neighbor that you know and a friend that you can trust. At Companion Funeral and Cremation Service, it's our family serving your family. We ensure that this is not just a day in your loved one's lifetime. It's a celebration of your loved one's lifetime in a single day.
Welcome back to WTNB Football Friday, presented by Linex of Cleveland, 1107 South Lee Highway. Give them a call. They do great work, like I said. Bryson's going to be there in a couple weeks getting his truck done. So Chris might get his done. So
Yeah, I got a big truck.
you got a big truck.
Yeah.
Did a good job. So second game of the week, OOTLEWAH, Cleveland, at the barn.
At the barn.
At the barn. Of course, they spelled BRN. Did you notice the guys running around today with the flag? Spelled BRN. I was like, really? You couldn't fit the A on the flag? Yeah, it just said BRN. So, at the barn, Cleveland, Ooltewah. Let's go to those highlights. I think we got some shots from the drone, Chris.
Oh, the drone.
There it is. Look at that. On cue. Piloted by Jay Miles. And he's getting good at that. Heard some comments in the stands. I thought it was a UFO at first, but now
Any higher, you'd need an air traffic controller.
That's right. So early, Ooltewah gets on the board. Look at this. All the way down the sidelines.
Number 11.
Number 11. He's a stud. That is Rashawn Freeman, number 11, taken to the house. But, you know, that first drive by Ooltewah.
Oh, I love this play right here.
Right there, there's a late hit.
Two tough teams here.
Yeah.
Double personal fouls on that, unfortunately, though.
Cleveland did a very nice job of answering the first score. There you see Massey taking it himself for a nice pickup of about 12 yards.
Yep, and the key here was runs up the middle and little short out passes for 3, 4, 5 yards. Take those yards in 3, 4, 5 yard chunks.
There you go.
Get first downs and tie it up in the first quarter.
Right on cue, your little swing pass to Isaiah Beatty, a touchdown. Wait. That was great.
I have
I'm not
questions
sure how
with
that
this
was
one.
a penalty.
Okay, it's not a penalty. He tackled him,
Right.
and he just happened to rip his helmet off.
Yep. There's a field goal by Chris's favorite player.
Losslow.
What a great name. So 10-7 Ooltewah at that point, still in the first quarter.
And this is when Cleveland starts to put together another drive. You see the tip pass, and then Goodwin with the reception on the tip.
Just like Coach Crawford drew it up in practice.
Into the first quarter, right where Cleveland won would be. Down 7-10 with the ball.
Yep. And they were driving.
Yep, a little more TJ Parker.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they would turn the ball over, and Ooltewah would get it back. There was the interception would be interception by Eric Goodwin that unfortunately was dropped. That would have been a huge momentum swing.
Goodwin's really the main man to cause those fumbles and interceptions this year.
He breaks on the ball so well.
See TJ Parker with a great run down the sideline.
And
then there's the interception.
Yeah, that hurts. Great job by number 11, Rashad Freeman. And then Ooltewah down to the 1 yard line. That's number 4, Edward Montgomery. And then number 1, Hendricks, Frunza and Hendricks, where you take it in.
Could you say that again?
I know. Don't make it. TJ Parker with a nice run. Shoved out of bounds hard. I tell you, Parker really ran with purpose tonight.
Yeah, he played really well. And then there's the second interception by number 5.
Yeah, that was number 5, Jeremiah Jackson, the junior linebacker. Great interception by him.
And field goal.
Yeah, and that's how the first half would end, 20-7. Oh, look, there's the drone again, still circling.
And 20, at this point, you have to think Cleveland is still feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
20-7, they turned the ball over twice on the Ooltewah side of the field.
Yeah, this is the play that really hurt. Rashawn Freeman runs all the way to the right side, and then, well, let's come all the way back, and
Uh-oh, here we go.
Convoy of blockers out front, and he would take it in for the score. 27-7 Ooltewah, 9:50 left in the third quarter. See, Coach Crawford's got to be thinking, what are you doing that, Coach?
There was 15 missed tackles, I think, on that play.
Yeah.
Bad tackling and great play by number 11.
Hendricks takes the pass there, and then there's
Here
that
he goes
man,
again.
number 11, Rashawn Freeman.
Watch this.
He ran more yards.
Miss me.
He ran more yards side to side than he did up and down the field.
You know, that's great to watch, though. That's great vision down the field. He literally ran 100 yards on that play.
There you see Jeremiah Jackson being taken back to the locker room. Not really sure what the injury was, but we're hoping to get word from that later. There's a touch. It was ruled an
That was ruled an
interception.
interception, but we're going to go see the replay here.
Oh, we just lost it.
Oh, somebody from Ooltewah actually just unplugged our feed because they didn't want us to see that was an incomplete pass, that it was called an interception. on the
His
field,
foot came down on the line, Edward Montgomery, so it should not have been an interception.
Oh, we want to see this again anyway.
Yeah, so we're just rerun the highlights right here now, so just in case you didn't catch him the first time.
This is for Danny in case he's on a lot of medicine.
He's like, wait, didn't I just see this?
We could replay some Walker Valley highlights.
But you know, watch his foot.
Oh, you
right
see that?
Down on the line. And the officials can go ahead and give it to him with the touchback.
Oh, boy.
If only
man.
you could challenge in high school football.
But I'd love to see that. But maybe he got just the toes in barely. I don't know.
Jay Miles, great camera work.
Jay Miles says incomplete pass, no interception.
I tell you what, Jay has done some great camera work the last 2 weeks.
He has.
He's sneaky.
He's all over the field.
He was a little cold tonight, though. Did you
I
notice
think he was
him
actually
shivering?
running laps. If you can see each play, he's at a different point in the field.
That's the only way for him to stay warm.
Oh,
there was
that's
a pass interference play, yep. See, good things happen when you throw the ball down the field. And then TJ Parker, look at him, spinning, bouncing off a man.
TJ Parker didn't quit in this game,
No,
too.
he just refused to go down.
TJ Parker in for the score.
Yep, 30-14 Cleveland. They would try the onside kick. Ball on it. It is recovered by Cleveland. Cleveland would get it, and they would
Number
start
6
trying.
back to pass again.
Yeah, and that was a good point, Chris. And that's how the game would end. So let's go ahead and listen to the coaches real quick first, and then we'll talk about that second half.
Well, we're glad to be district champions. Excited about it. I thought the kids played hard. I thought Cleveland played hard. I thought our defense gave up some yardage here and there, but I thought they did a great job in the red zone. Took 3 turnovers. We didn't turn it over. That's been kind of like what we've done. It puts us plus 16 turnover ratio for the year. Is pretty good. I thought our offense did very well because we had long fields the whole night. A lot of times this year we've gotten short fields from things we've done defensively. Moved the ball well, had a lot of yards, had to settle for some field goals in the red zone. But overall, I'm just excited for the win.
So there you go. Heard Coach Mac Bryan talking about the game. Second half, for those of you who may not have noticed in the highlights, but we noticed right away, Austin Massey didn't play quarterback in the second half.
Yeah, he played 1 drive in the second half. And
Yeah.
then Dallas McCrary started out the second half.
Yep.
Austin Massey came in for a series, I believe, and then Dallas came back on the field. So some interesting things going on. Maybe it's experimenting. I think maybe I would have thought that they would have waited till they were out of the game, or the game wasn't in question anymore before they made the change. But interesting time, last game of the year. So there are some question marks for Cleveland going into into the playoffs to see who lines up at QB.
Yeah, and maybe Coach Crawford's trying to give some teams out there something to think about, saying, hey, you don't know. We may start Massey, we may start McCrary.
Yeah.
You may have to prepare for both of them, because let's not forget, Massey is a heck of a linebacker, and he can really fortify that defense.
Yeah, and
if
he was
he's on
out
the
there
defense
tonight,
side.
and we saw him make a few plays, too.
So,
And let's be honest, too. On those drives that they took it down the field, it was the little dump passes that Austin Massey was throwing out to his wide receivers that got those drives going. It was really just 2 passes that he's probably still thinking about this evening.
Yeah, those will keep you up at night. I can't say enough about how T.J. Parker carried the ball tonight.
Yep.
I mean, he really, you saw from those highlights, lowering his shoulder and running through people. That's probably the best I've seen him look all year.
Yeah, he looks really good. You can tell. But it's possible that he's feeling better and better from those injuries that he had earlier in the year. So it's nice to see him back. Again, they have 2 running backs that can break it for a long game every time they get the ball. So whoever they play in the playoffs, I would be worried about that.
Yeah, and now Cleveland, they kind of get to sit back next week, watch everything unfold. Yeah. They'll know where they're going next Saturday.
Get healthy.
Yep, get healthy, a week off. And that's huge, having that week off right before the playoffs start, because you can kind of do light practices this week. The next weekend, the more serious practices after you know who you're playing. You're going to get the game film on Sunday and start breaking down the game film. Coach Crawford and his staff will probably spend most of Sunday night breaking down game film, and then Monday come in and start practicing.
I mean, I don't know what Coach Crawford's going to do now. You just saved him probably an hour of work filling out the schedule for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, hey, I just made a schedule up, so. No, I know.
Maybe he'll call him thank you later.
Well, I just know from interviewing him a couple weeks ago, he's talked about sleeping in the office, so I know. But, Cleveland gets to sit back and see who they play. Could be Ray County, matchup from last year. Who knows? So.
There would be tons of running, as we talked with Bullitt about that too. Tons of running in that game, you would think.
That could be the quickest high school football game you'll ever see. That game could be over by 9 o'clock.
No incompletions because
just constant running clock. Yeah, I mean neither team throws a whole lot, and if they do, they're kind of short swing passes. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Tell you what, let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll get into our players of the week. We'll get into last week's picks. I think the belt changed hands. Not sure. Well, yeah, let's just say the belt changed hands. Stick around WTNB Football Friday, and you'll see who's got the belt.
I'm Dr. Ricky Hutchison with Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint. Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint is located at 2350 North Ocoee Street, next to Loopy's Pizza. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or 6. We run a free sports medicine clinic on Saturdays. For athletes that get injured during the week or on Friday nights, they can come in and see us from 8 to 10. We want people to know that Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint is here for them because you're part of our family.
Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Well, I'm Zach Gates. I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee. I'm married to Heather Gates. We're both the owners of Lasser's Coffee and Tea, and we've been here for about 2 years. We're open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And Sundays, we like to take that as a day of rest. We're closed all day. We are a franchise. I'm locally owned, born and raised here in Cleveland. There's only 4 other stores, 5 total. We just get to know people one drink at a time.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Marco's Pizza. Easily located at 143 Stewart Road Northeast, open Sunday to Wednesday from 11 to 10 and Thursday to Saturday from 11 to 11, Marco's Pizza is your top choice for delivery and takeout in Cleveland. Call or order online today at 423-476-5551 and enjoy the rich authenticity that Marco's has been providing to customers for years. Marco's Pizza, authentic Italian pizza.
Welcome back to WTNB Football Friday. Chris Woods, along with Brian Russell, Danny Bradley. Danny Bradley, over there.
Hey, Danny.
Walker Valley helmet.
Right here. Yep.
See you, Danny.
He
was ineligible for the belt since he wasn't here, and his picks were
I can't wait to see who Danny picks later on. He's not here. I have a feeling he's going to pick some bad games.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the Ed Jacobs and Associates scoreboard. We have Bradley over Saudi Daisy 42-28 this evening.
Yep.
Cleveland losing at OOTLEWAH 30-14. Walker Valley losing at McMinn County 28-24. Ray County continuing to roll 42-14 over East Hamilton. South Pitt 21-13 over winless Polk County.
East Ridge goes to Tyner and gets beat 27-3, and TCPS 32, Notre Dame JV 25. Thank you to Ed Jacobs and Associates for their support, and again, thank you to all our sponsors: Linex of Cleveland, Cleveland Tire, the Flooring Center, Logan Thompson Law Office, Kyle Motors, LED Gear, Companion Funeral Home, and Trace Hermanos Restaurant.
Support your local businesses just like you support your local football teams.
That's right. Get out there and support them. A lot of good places, and we thank them. Without them, we couldn't do the show. So, good news, bad news for Danny. Good news is OOTLEWAH Ray is still undefeated. Bad news, Walker Valley lost, but he can take solace in the fact that two of his teams are still undefeated. So,
he can.
Yeah. I tell you what, let's get our players of the week, right? Is that what you're going to say?
That's what I was going to say.
I read your mind.
Well, with Danny not here, it just kind of throws us all off.
Yeah.
We have to talk more.
I don't know. Kind of like it. We might have to make this I
think Brian's trying to fire Danny. He's trying to get him suspended, fired, fined.
Hey, we're going to drug test him when he comes back. we drug test for Pete. For H-
All right,
HG
let's move
now.
on to the players of the
Let's
game.
get our players of the week. Daniel Clark, Bradley. Big game tonight for Daniel. Big win for the Bears.
Yeah.
So he had a couple of key catches. I was told, we couldn't get a camera crew down to Saudi and back in time, but from what I was told, Daniel had a great game. So congratulations to him. First time we've called out his name.
Big win for Bradley. Helped a big win for Bradley to stay in the playoff hunt.
Yep, keeps them alive. And then for Cleveland, Isaiah Beatty, wide receiver, you saw in our highlights a lot of big catches and interception.
Yeah, that's three straight. That's 3 straight games for Isaiah Beatty to have a receiving touchdown. So great for him.
Yep. And then for OOTLEWAH,
by the way, great facial hair on that guy too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
And then for OOTLEWAH, number 11, Rashawn Freeman, you saw Mr. Everything tonight.
Yeah, he made like 15 people miss when there was only 11 players on the field for Cleveland tonight.
Count the Water Boys.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah,
he had a really good game.
Yeah.
OOTLEWAH is just a really athletic team, so we could really interchange a lot of their skill players on a nightly basis who the player of the game would be.
Yeah, they're going to be fun to watch in the playoffs, see how far they go. Jay, if you can throw up our the schedules for the remaining way, we'll take a look at those and see how everybody kind of looks the rest of the way in. There you go. We'll start with Cleveland. 5-5 overall now with the loss tonight. 4-2 in the district. And, of course, next week they're not going to lose because they're on a bye. So, great way to go into the playoffs, well rested.
Yeah, a great way to rest up before the playoffs, too.
Yep. Let's go Walker Valley. You see them at 4-5. They're going to be hosting Saudi Daisy on senior night. And, yes, that game is October 31st. There was some talk about moving it to Thursday night. However, Saudi said no. It's a school night for their kids. They have to come to school Friday, and that's about an hour drive up here for them. And they did not want their kids getting home that late, so that game will actually be played on Halloween night. So go out there, support the Walker Valley Mustangs, and show up and give those kids something to play for. And people may be sitting at home going, well, wait a minute, Cleveland's in at 5-5. If if Walker Valley wins, they're 5-5. The difference is a district record.
It's a tale of two teams. Walker Valley started out great this year, but have struggled in the district. Cleveland started out really, really shaky at the beginning of the year, but when it came to district games, they got it done.
Yeah.
4-2.
You got to win your district games. OOTLEWAH, there you see, sitting at a perfect 9-0 and 4-0 in the district. They will host McMinn County. Don't see anything changing there. Expect them to win and go in as the number one.
And the only thing, and we talked to a lot of OOTLEWAH fans tonight, actually, and the only thing everyone is worried about is their slow starts.
Right.
And we saw tonight, Cleveland was in that game in the first quarter, and they let teams hang around. We've seen a couple of games where they've been down.
Yeah.
7-0 or 10-0, and then they come roaring back, and all of a sudden it's 40 to 16 or 14.
If you can get up early on OOTLEWAH and put a little pressure on them, you've got a chance, but you've got to score early. Let's go on. Ray County, there you see 9-0, 6-0 in the district. They'll host Stone Memorial. That should, again, be a win for the Golden Eagles. They've, of course, already wrapped up their district, so expect them to go in as a 1 seed out of their district. And then Bradley Central, 4-5. 2-3 in the district, hosting East Hamilton. From what I've been told, if they win, more than likely they're going to get in.
Well, they can get the 500 in the district, and that would put them in third place in the district at this point. So,
yeah.
Props to Bradley for grinding it out this year.
Yeah.
They've won some big games, and to be honest, they have I believe, the leading quarterback in the local area here,
Cole Copeland,
and then also the leading receiver.
Yeah.
So.
Cole's thrown it more times than anybody in the district. We were looking at the stats before the game.
No, Cole's actually run it more times.
Run more times.
Yeah, than anybody in the district.
But has he also thrown more than anybody?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty close if he hasn't. But I tell you what, he is he's definitely a dual threat. So he's going to have a big game next week against East Hamilton. And like we said, we had the Bears ran off couple weeks ago at 0-3, and congratulations to Damon Floyd and the Bradley Central Bears, because they did not quit. They have not quit, and now they've got a shot at the playoffs if they win next week.
Yeah, and Tyler Carpenter was the leading receiver.
Yeah.
In the local area right now too.
Yeah. So
by a wide margin.
Picks? Can we get to those?
Can we just move on to this week's picks?
A new champion this week, yes, for the first time.
This is the worst thing that could happen.
I will hold the belt.
This is the worst thing that could happen. I don't know if the viewers at home, I'm sure they don't, but this is actually my brother-in-law, unfortunately. And I have a feeling that he's going to wear this around Cleveland for the next 7 days.
Yeah. We're going to lunch tomorrow, and this puppy's coming with me.
This is ridiculous.
I'm just going to have to make room for me and my belt. We're going to, instead of a table for 8, there's going to be a table for 9.
I'm going to come down with bronchitis tomorrow. Avoid that lunch.
And folks, it's not like I don't like to brag very often. It's not like I just barely won. I went undefeated. I think the first undefeated week any of us have had. This is just killing him. I love it. But yeah, I won't go. That's it. Enough. But Danny, at home, right here, baby, staying here. Let's get into our picks for next week. I can't wait to see who Danny's pick.
For the record, if we're keeping track, that's 1 week for you, 1 week for me, 1 week for Danny. So
it's even.
We'll see who takes the lead now and going into the playoffs.
All right, first game, McMinn County at OOTLEWAH. Chris, who do we think Danny's going to take? I really think he likes the Cherokees in this game, don't you?
Yeah, I think he picked McMinn County since he's absent.
No, Danny really took OOTLEWAH. You want to start off or you want me to? Because we're alternating.
Yeah, we're going to alternate.
So you want me to start this off?
If you'd like.
As the champion, I will start it off. I'm taking the Owls.
I'm going to take OOTLEWAH also.
All right, so 3 picks for OOTLEWAH.
OOTLEWAH, do not look past McMinn County, please.
No. Next game. Saudi at the Corral. Danny, I think he likes Saudi in this game. No, this game, no surprise. I mean, do we even have to say it? Danny's taking Walker Valley. Chris?
I'm taking Walker Valley.
Really?
I'm taking Walker Valley.
All right. I'm not going to make any friends.
Are you taking Saudi?
I'm taking Saudi.
You'll forget by next week anyway.
Yeah, I'm taking Saudi.
The next game.
Stone Memorial, sponsored by Ed Jacobs.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have Stone Memorial's graphics, so Mr. Ed Jacobs, we gave you a free plug here, and now you actually sponsor the entire Stone Memorial team.
Yes.
So
there you go. You can thank us later. Ray County, Danny's going to take Ray County. He's picked them to be
Ray County. I got Ray County.
You got Ray. You're not even going to wait for me to pick.
No. I know
I'll
you're
take
going to
Ray
pick.
County. Next, East Hamilton at Bradley Central. Mr. Bradley takes Bradley and the Bears.
I'm going to take Bradley too. I think they get it done. They go to 500. Seeing some good things from Bradley.
The Bears.
You're taking
the Bears.
Say the Bears.
The Bears. I'm really thinking hard now about switching that Walker Valley, just so there's a tie next week because I retained the belt. Next game. He took Bradley.
Yeah,
Danny took Bradley.
Yeah.
Look at Jay being all concerned about Danny. He doesn't want to leave him out.
The next game, you know what I love too?
Yeah.
Is that we have Ole Miss as a pick, and Danny's not even here.
He can't even talk about the game.
Yeah,
'cause
so
he's not here.
this is in honor of, you know.
Our fallen comrade. Talking about him like he's dead. Ole Miss at LSU. Danny is taking Ole Miss. Shocker.
It's your pick first, right?
Yeah, I'm taking the Rebels. Black Bears, Land Sharks, whatever they're called. They got 3 nicknames.
At LSU.
At LSU, Death Valley. Not an easy place to play.
I'm going to take LSU.
Ooh.
You know.
You realize what we've just done? We've handed this back to Danny.
Why?
Because if Walker Valley wins and Ole Miss wins,
we still have another game.
Yeah, that's true. The Packers.
Our NFL game.
NFL game. Packers at the Saints. Danny, no surprise, is taking the Saints because his wife is a Saints fan. If he wants a happy marriage for the next week, he's got to take who his wife wants.
Well, let me just enter some things into this equation. Right. I am a Lions fan.
Okay.
I am also a Purdue graduate.
Yeah.
So I am going against the Packers and for the Saints.
Oh.
Go Drew Brees.
Well, I am so not worried now about my Walker Valley pick because I've got this. Packers, Aaron Rodgers, Saints defense can't stop anybody. I don't care if the game's at home.
Have you seen the Packers defense?
Yeah, but
they can't stop anybody.
Aaron Rodgers throws for like 600 yards.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Packers.
You lost the belt. You better hold on to that. Maybe take a picture after the show.
That's our picks. So I tell you what, I think we got time. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up the show. So stick with us on WTNB Football Friday.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave. That's what I'm talking about. That's a winner. He's the loser.
Welcome back to WTNB Football Friday. Chris Woods along with Brian Russell, gloating with his belt.
Not gloating, just
he's been
simply holding it.
Actually, during the break, I just want to say he's been doing Hulk Hogan impressions, which are the worst of all time. So I'm hoping to get through the next 2 to 3 minutes without him doing that.
What do you mean, brother? Oh, sorry, I had to get in one time.
This is what our great sponsors are paying for. Lion-X of Cleveland, 1107 South Lee Highway, 559-2668. Call them for all your spray-on needs.
Yeah, not just spray-on, truck accessories.
Truck accessories, tonneau covers.
Mm-hmm.
You can spray your hitches. They'll spray your outdoor furniture if you want to.
Yeah.
Puts a nice coating on there, rust-proof at the time.
Don't have to repaint it.
No, not going to scratch up the bed of your truck anymore.
Yeah.
Call them. Lion-X of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Ed Jacobs and Associates. Ed Jacobs, I mean, he's such a great guy that he sponsors an entire high school team now.
I mean, I love talking to him when we run into him at Walker Valley.
And we
games.
see Ed Jacobs at the games. Couldn't be a nicer guy, so go see Ed Jacobs and Associates. Cleveland Tire.
Calling for some tires. I did. I need new tires for my car. I'm going to be calling them.
You should call them. That was the best advertisement ever. Call them for some tires.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. The Flooring Center.
The Flooring Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Flooring Center. Our wives cannot. For all your flooring needs.
Yes, call them so that you don't get trapped doing your floors for a Saturday and a Sunday.
Yes, I agree with that. Have the experts at the Flooring Center do your floors instead of these guys.
Yeah, you don't want us showing up to do it. Logan Thompson Law Offices, if you ever need a good lawyer, which we may after this show.
We may.
When Danny sues us. We may. Kyle Motors.
Yeah, Kyle Motors.
Good job. Good guys over there. LED gear. You see all the lighting around here? It's all done by them.
We need LED gear to come out and tell these guys to stop changing the lights on us every commercial break.
Yeah. If you've noticed, it's just because Josh comes in here and likes to play around.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Jay, they're blue. Now they're purple. And Jay's just in there like, dude, stop. Really, just stop playing with the lights.
It feels like a disco in here sometimes during the breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a lot of cool. For instance.
See? On cue. These guys are on it tonight. Companion Funeral Home. Unfortunately, sometimes
you
may need that.
It's not a laughing matter. Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant.
Good place.
We've lost it. We've lost it. Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant. I did eat there the other day with some family I had in town. Great staff, great food, great people.
College. Big game tomorrow.
We're going to wrap this up. We need to cut it out. We've had way too much fun without Danny Bradley. For Danny Bradley, Chris Woods, and Brian Russell, thanks for watching WTNB Football Friday. We'll see you next week.